It's a new year and it's a new start. I love that about the new year, as you can just make that fresh start. I've got a lot of goals and plans and wish lists for my wardrobe for 2023. I wanted to chat with you about that today and hopefully give you some inspiration for your wardrobe for 2023. I'm gonna go make myself a cup of tea. Grab your cup of tea or coffee and let's just settle in and talk clothes and have a nice cozy chat. This is a French breakfast tea, even though it's the afternoon. So sometimes I'll drink coffee in the afternoon, but I'm trying to go a little milder with tea, and I really love this one. It's from Elmwood Inn Tea. I discovered them right before Christmas this year, and I'm loving all of their tea so much. So anyway, last year I got really excited again for the first time in a long time about my wardrobe and clothes because I read Jennifer L. Scott's 10-item wardrobe, or I watched a video or something. Then I read her book, kind of binged on Daily Connoisseur content. And I got really excited again for the first time in many years about my clothes. And I've always loved clothes. Always, just like every other girl, I loved clothes, enjoyed dressing up. And when I got into high school, I even really got into thrifting and trying out my own personal individual style and all those kind of things, and had a lot of fun with it, even through college. And I loved to go shopping, and in the mid-2000s when online shopping wasn't even really a thing yet, I loved to shop online because I loved how you could drill down and filter and sort by size, and it was so efficient and convenient. I loved it. But then after I had my first baby, my body changed a lot, of course, and it felt like I didn't know myself anymore, and I also didn't know what to wear. So the next few years passed by in a blur of yoga pants and not wanting to buy bigger sizes, but really needing to buy bigger sizes. And that kind of brings me to where I am now. I've got 5 kids and my youngest will be 3 very soon. I'm not the weight that I want to be. I would love to lose 20 pounds, but if I've got baby weight on, and I've been struggling and trying to lose it for years. But something about the 10-item wardrobe from Jennifer L. Scott just has encouraged me to just enjoy the body I have, dress the body I have, celebrate, as she says, the body that I have. And that, I think, counterintuitively, I'm kind of hoping that's going to help the weight come off, because I've spent a lot of years in this limbo of not wanting to buy nice things because I'm not my goal weight and my goal shape, more my goal shape, really the number, who cares? If I was the right inches, that would be great. I need to lose some inches off my waist because I'm an apple shape, and I think that puts me at increased risk for heart attack because my waist to hip ratio is in that heart attack danger zone, and I'm not getting any younger. So for my health and also just for my own happiness with how I look in the mirror, I'd really like to shed that weight. But in the meantime, I love clothes. I love shopping, especially thrift shopping. Love a good bargain. And I just am going to dive into that this year as a mom. I'm going to enjoy myself, and I'm going to take more care of myself than I have in the past decade, and I'm going to just go for it. So I hope that I would love for you to come along with me for this ride. I've never much been into self-care. I used to think that word was like silly and icky and decadent. I've really come completely full circle on that, and I think self-care is like the foundation of everything. I think that I need to tend to myself, and that's going to help me tend to my family better. I am diving into the self-care. My goals for 2023, first of all, to only buy things that I 100 or 110% love. In the past, I have fallen into the trap of, yes, I like to thrift, and so I will give the thrift item allowances because it's so cheap. So even if it's not perfect or I don't really like it, I'll buy it anyway because it's such a good deal. I don't want to do that anymore. I still want to go thrifting, but I want to really love it. Even if it's 50 cents, I want to really, really love it. And if it's $5.59, I better really, really love it. I want everything in my wardrobe to be something that I absolutely love. And this is a totally new idea for me. And since I got the idea, I've been thinking now, oh, yes, I would make allowances for things if they were cheap, like on sale or at a thrift store. I would also always almost go shopping as a form of self-punishment. Like something would be a little too tight, and I would say, oh, well, I'm going to lose that weight in the next month or so anyway, so I'm just going to go ahead and buy it anyway. And then, of course, I never would lose the weight, and then I have something, and I would end up wearing it. It would be too tight, or I wouldn't end up wearing it, and then it's just like sitting there going completely to waste. I don't want to do that anymore at all. But I'm remembering all those times in the past when I went shopping, and I'm like, wow, like, why was I making myself so miserable and punishing myself like that? I have bought jeans that I couldn't even button. I have bought blouses where they were gapping across my chest area. I have bought pants where I have this huge muffin top. I have bought bras that were way too small. It's nuts. Like, why would you do that to yourself? I don't know. Like, love the body you have. Like, until very recently when I went thrifting, I wouldn't even go down. Like, I'm a size large in a top right now. I would like to be a size medium. I'm a size large. I wouldn't even go down the large aisle to look. I would look at the mediums and I would look at the smalls only. I'm going to stop doing that. I'm going to accept that I am where I am, and I'm going to celebrate that. Hopefully some of this weight will come off because it would be great for health reasons. I like to get the proper waist to hip ratio for my heart and also for just the line. So I like the line better. But you know what? I am where I am, and I'm going to enjoy that. And all that it boils down to only buying things I 100% love. I want it to be a low buy year for shopping. Low buy is my new favorite word. I learned it from YouTube. I love it. I only want to buy about 20 new things this year. I never really kept count other years, and honestly, I'm pretty much a low buyer anyway, but I want to be very conscious about sticking to 20 things and kind of like even keep count. I'm not much of a counter. I'm not much of a numbers person, but I'm just going to kind of, might not write it down, but I'm going to kind of keep it in my head. And if you're like me, you kind of like know your wardrobe and you know it inside and out. I remember when I was in grade school or high school and I would say to someone, I love that shirt. Where did you get it? And like 9 times out of 10, my friend or acquaintance or whoever would say, oh, I don't remember. And I would be like, how can you not remember? Like, I remember the day I bought my top, how much it cost, like who I was with. So I don't know if they didn't want me to know where they got it and they were trying to keep it secret so they could look, unique and not be copied, or if they really truly didn't remember. But I do. I remember the stories of all my clothes, and I love the stories of all my clothes. I really enjoy them. I just spilled my tea. 20 things. I want them to either be secondhand, which is my favorite way to shop, or from a sustainable, ethical clothing brand, something made in USA where I know the labor laws are protecting people, and or sustainable for the environment. I want to know that the people sewing and making these things that I have on my person were being paid a just wage. And that might mean that they're more expensive. We'll see. But I want to manage that by, buying less and expecting to buy less. The goal is to create a special occasion capsule wardrobe. I would like to have some things for date night, some things for a wedding, some things to wear to a funeral, and some things to wear for like Christmas and New Year's. I have some of these things in place already, but I want to get it really spiffed up and in shape. And so I just love everything I've got to wear for special occasion, and I'm not randomly searching for things. And I also want to get the accessories nailed down too, because I often don't have pantyhose or tights at the last minute that go with my festive outfits. Through my pajamas capsule wardrobe. I got into my wardrobe again last year because I saw a video from the Daily Connoisseur called Look Presentable Always, and it was all about nightwear and pajamas, and I really took it to heart, and I followed a lot of her suggestions, and I got some dressing gowns, but it's not quite there yet, and I would like to work on improving that. I actually really would like to get some silk pajamas, very expensive, from oh gosh, why is that brand name escaping? And I can't remember the name of it right now. I love it so much. And I love their pajamas and they're very expensive, but I would love to get a pair of those if possible. Next goal is to create jewelry capsule wardrobes for each season. I have a lot of costume jewelry from both of my grandmothers, and I want to just kind of look through it all. It kind of sits there and I don't wear it. I want to look through it all and create little capsule jewelry wardrobes for each season, which I think that would be really fun. To find a signature scent. I haven't had a signature perfume for years, and I think it's time to look around for one. Number 9, I want to learn more about taking care of my skin, something else that I have barely done ever since I was in my 20s. More about makeup, which is something else I've barely done since my 20s. Yes, 11, I'm at 11 now. Make a 10-item capsule wardrobe for each season, and that in my mind is 4, so winter, spring, summer, and fall. Just 10 items, and then keep everything else in storage and just rotate it out. But at any one time, I just want to have my 10 items. Wish list for this year, I mentioned one already, the silky pajamas from the brand I can't remember the name of. I'll put it on the screen. I have to get some cashmere sweaters. I have my eye on some from Quince, which is a sustainable fashion brand, and they're famous for their $50 cashmere sweaters. I would love to get a navy blue one and possibly another color of like a pullover, crew or v-neck, and then also I would love to get cable knit, cashmere, or wool cardigan that fits in just the perfect way. I love cardigans and I need a couple of more. I also am looking for the perfect date night dress. I have a lot of dress up clothes for other occasions, but I don't really have anything fun for date night. Not that we go on many, and I think maybe getting a date night dress will be the first step to going on more. I also, on my wish list are scarves. I've never been much of a scarf wearer, but I'm getting really interested in it. I want to look for scarves. I want them to be really good quality, nice silk if possible, but obviously I'm talking vintage, used from the thrift store. So for the first time, the past couple times I've been out, I've rummaged through the scarf boxes at the thrift stores I like. I haven't found anything yet, but that's on my wish list. So on my wish list are some navy blue velvet trousers. I'm not sure if I want them in a jean style or a dressier style. I just think that would be a fun thing to have. For the winter, I would like to get a silk blouse or 2. So I would love to get a Fair Isle or Nordic style cardigan. I love those too. Boat neck Breton stripe shirts. I would love to get another Bowden Phoebe dress, which is my favorite dress from Bowden and anywhere. A raincoat. For the summer, I'm looking for a pair of flat sandals. I have a pair of wedges, but I'd like something comfortable. I would like to get a new beach cover up because my beach cover up is starting to look really bagged out from the salt water. I would love to get a hat and a French market basket from this specific company that imports them from Africa. They're amazing. I see them different places and I just love them, and I want a basket and a hat for vacation purposes. And for fall, I'd love to get a tulle skirt, like a ballet style skirt, ballet core. I would love to get some brown tall riding boots in a from a really good quality brand that are going to last me a really long time. Those are my goals and wish lists for 2023, and I'm looking forward to sharing all of my capsule wardrobes with you, ideas for living in a slow fashion, slow interiors kind of way. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next video.